Yeah, what's up, bitches? It's fucking George Foreman time. Fuck. Ass. Bitch. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm seeing Cool Whip in there. Not a regular viewer of these streams, but welcome to see you. I'm seeing Lord J Dark Hay there. Hey, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. I see Pixel. I see a bunch of fucks in here. What the fuck is up, everybody? How are you doing today? What's good? What's decent? Tell me what's fucking decent. What's good with you guys? Oh, man. Another day where I woke up like not even like an hour before. I woke up at just the right time for me to be able to take a shower, for me to be able to chill out, relax a little bit, and get ready for one of these. So once again, the gods have bestowed upon me like this opportunity, this golden opportunity to get out here and yell into a fucking phone at a bunch of people on the internet, man. Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a fucking shout out to one of my fucking high school friends. One of my fucking high school friends is discovered Under the Hood. Yep, one of my friends from high school is discovered Under the Hood, and he thinks it's pretty fucking cool. I think he even became a fucking patron of mine, man. I think he became a $10 patron of mine, so fuck yeah, man. Thanks for supporting me. He's probably a lurker, because I don't ever see him talking in the chat room, but thanks for supporting me, man. Thanks to any of you guys who fucking watch this shit, who support me. Like, I got into this big rant yesterday about, like, how much it pisses me off that, like, some people like Boogie don't appreciate the fact that people are willing to give their hard-earned money that they literally worked for. I feel like that's, like, means a lot to me, you know? Yeah, dude, yelling at a phone is the best way to make a living. If I could, man, I wouldn't even make all that fucking all this awesome scripted content I have in mind, you know? I would just yell into a phone. I would just yell into a phone every day for like 8 hours. And that would be my life, yelling into a phone, man. Dude, someone has to make a living off it, right? Someone has to make a living off just yelling into a phone. What if it's me? What if I'm going to be that guy who just makes money yelling into a phone? Who knows, man? Who the fuck knows? Yelling into a phone, man. Now that's the life. Your wife took the kids? Well, I'm sorry to hear, Cool Whip, man. Actually, no, like, if I was in your position, I'd be quite happy because, you know, I don't want to take care of some gay-ass kids. Fuck that. Most kids are fucking squares, man. Fucking bitch cheats on me with an immigrant. And she wants to get mad at me for calling ICE. Holy shit, man. That's awesome. That's quite awesome, man. No, you did what needed to be done. You sick to drumph on them, man. You sick to drumph on them. Because I'm sure that Trump's been in that position before. Like, we all know that Trump's been in that position before. Where he's come home and seen his wife getting railed by a Mexican. So I'm sure he can relate to that. Oh, what's up, Swag? What's up, Swag? Are you really making food, or are you just going to use that as an excuse? Oh, yeah, he already did it before I could even finish my commentary, dude. He's already fucking done that fart noise before I could even say that he was just doing it to throw me off. God damn it, man. Fuck. Calling ICE is wrong. Abolish ICE. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not really informed enough about that to say either way, but I know that they've probably done a lot of fucked up shit because, you know, good old America. Holy shit, dude, is that an ambulance? Is that ICE? Is that ICE, dude? Damn. Boo Animancer. Don't boo me, man. Don't boo me. You guys need to perpetually suck my dong, you know? You gotta build me up, man. You gotta tell me I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know? That's... Dude, oh man, I feel like I just channeled Boogie for a second there, you know? It's like, yeah, no negativity. No even, like, joking about negativity. Just, like, I want constant positivity and constant, like, Teslas. And if I don't get any of those, man, I'm gonna be depressed. I'm gonna be depressed, man. You better do it. You better pay for my Tesla. It's only like $17 gorillion, guys. It's only like $17 gorillion. You can't pay that much money. You can't cough up your dough for me. You can't. Oh, come on, guys. All I'm asking you to do is, instead of like buying luxury items for yourself with your hard-earned money, that you buy that your hard-earned money go to me for luxury items instead. Stop kicking the people out for just wanting a better life and putting kids in cages. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Obviously, you know, not everyone who fucking tries to come to this country is gonna be a fucking saint, but should we really be treating everybody as if they're like complete assholes before they do anything? I don't know. I feel like it hasn't done anything to halt immigration. Like, these harsh circumstances haven't done anything to halt immigration. So what's even the point? At that point, aren't we just treating people like shit just for the sake of doing it? And is that really all that good of a thing to do? Like, I'm not asking to like treat them like they're in the laps of luxury or anything. Just treat them decently, you know? Treat them like people. Maybe that's like enough to say. Hell, like, at least treat them like you would like a stray cat, you know? Like, just don't treat them like complete and utter trash is what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, guys, it's me, Boogie. I sound like Egghead for some reason. And guys, if you don't give me donations, you know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what's gonna happen. I'm at the end of my ropes, guys. I'm at the end of my ropes. I don't know how much I can go on like this. Fucking Egghead. Yeah, one for me and one for the hooker. One for me and... Dude, can you imagine Egghead saying that? Can you imagine Egghead being like, one for me and one for the hooker. One for me and one for the hooker. One for me and one for the hooker. Dude, if Egghead had popularity, he would be like Boogie 1998, dude. He would be like Boogie. He'd just be another fucking clone of Boogie. Oh, God. Yeah, dude, you know, yeah, you're right, Jay. Fuck ICE. We need to stop sending them after immigrants, and we need to start sending them after people like Boogie. You know? Put Boogie in a fucking cage. You know? Put Boogie in a fucking cage. Don't put children in there. Put fucking Boogie in that cage, man. Boogie belongs in that fucking cage. Oh, God. Yeah, because Egghead, because he already did it before he had any popularity at all. Like, even after, like, from the brief, like, modicum of popularity that he had when DP was at his peak, he was already begging people for money. You know? And that's the thing that pisses me off, too. Is, like, he just pretend, like, I would be okay if he owned up to it. And I would even understand, like, if people kept bringing it up and it, you know, kind of pissed him off. But he likes to, like, completely sweep under the rug that happened and pretend like it didn't happen. And it's allowed to happen because he surrounds himself with other people who love to cover up the fucked up shit that they've done in the past and can't own up to it. So he's in good company. Am I calling out Egghead? No, I'm not calling out Egghead for anything that anyone else has fucking poked at him for. I just think that, I don't know, man. I just feel like he needs to be more honest about the shit that he's done in the past and, like, own up to it and, like, have a laugh about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's in the fucking past, sure, but that you can't acknowledge, like, you can't be like, oh, no, that never happened. Don't bring that up, guys. It's like, if people are gonna riff on you, as long as they're not doing it constantly, because I can understand how, like, people can take anything too far, right? I don't advocate for fucking on Egghead constantly, but you need to be okay with getting riffed on if you're gonna do shit like that, because you did some fucked up shit, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you did some fucked up shit. I just don't like when people do that type of shit and they try to act like they never did it, you know? You quit following Boogie like almost 2 years ago? Yeah, I feel like that's... a lot of us have stopped following Boogie. I wonder why that might be. I used to think that he was a pretty nice guy. He seemed like a nice guy to me. But, you know, even though I was always kind of aware that, you know, how people can portray themselves online can be disingenuous, you know, he seemed like a pretty genuine guy to me for the longest time. I feel like me learning that he wasn't who he said he was like a very eye-opening experience for me, because I got reminded, like, hey, you know, maybe all these people I like, and not all of them, obviously, because there's good people out there, but maybe all these people I like and respect, you know, maybe I shouldn't, like, be sucking their dick constantly until I actually know who they are as people, until I actually get to know them, you know? Because the more you peel back about Boogie and the more you learn about him, the shittier of a person he seems like, at least in my opinion. Honest people are hard to find. Revisionist history is the best. Yeah, you're very true. And the reason why that is, because, you know, I'm not going to say, like, people are bad if they do that shit inherently. Because it's instinctual for most people to be that way, right? Like, to not want to, like, acknowledge the shitty things that they've done before. But it's about, like, you need to be honest with not only yourself, but with the people around you. And as long as you acknowledge that, hey, I've done some fucked up shit before, but you guys have a right to riff on it, and it's not going to bother me if you do, because I'm not going to give you that power over me. That's what Egghead should do, at least in my opinion. But he's not, like, capable of doing that. I think it's very clear at this point he's not capable of doing that. And I don't want to fuck on Egghead for this entire stream. Because, like I said, like, I don't have a problem with him like some people do. I just like to riff on him sometimes, because it's fun to do. But I'm not going to, like, shit on him constantly. Like, that's the wrong thing to do, you know? I don't think that's right. Careful, the 5 Boogie fans might get you. Yeah, dude, Boogie's 5 remaining fans, they're gonna come after me, man. They're gonna fuck up my shit. Shoot, dude. Dude, imagine if I just, like, you guys see me live streaming like this, and just, like, all of a sudden, like, 5 fat guys who had all the fat sucked out of them just come up to me and, like, lumber over slowly, like, oh, but, yes, I heard you talking shit about Boogie, oh, man. And they try and, like, punch me. But it, like, goes slow motion, right? So no one, like, believes it. You know? I mean, so no one would ever get, like, hit by it. It's like some type of shitty action movie. You know where, like, in the movies, things go in slow motion? Yeah, like that. What did Egghead do? I'm not going to get into it, man, because first of all, I don't want to misrepresent what he did. And I don't want to, like... I just don't want to continue to shit on someone, even if they, like, try and sweep it under the rug for something that they did a while back, you know? I'm just, what I'm trying to do is just put out my opinion out there, that I think that he would get less shit if he owned up to the shit that he did, and just had a laugh about it. And most importantly, this is the most important thing to anyone out there, don't show people, if it does bother you, then don't show people that it does. Never show people that what bothers you. Because they will use that, to any extent that they can to fuck with you. Once they see, like, if you show them your fucking underbelly, then they will fucking take advantage of it. Hey, look, guys, it's America. Wait, America's not up there, right? Well, it's not. Well, it is up there, but it's not flapping around. Damn. It's never been a secret that Egghead is an easy target. Yeah. I don't even know why I am saying this, because I don't think that Egghead will ever learn. But I want to make it clear that even though I don't approve of the shit that he's done before, that I don't think that anyone is, like, beyond redemption. They just need to acknowledge that it's a fault for them, because if you can't acknowledge that you've ever made a fault, and you can't own up to the fact that you've ever made a fault, and you can't, like, most importantly, this is the most important, if you can't accept that you've ever made a fault, then you're gonna repeat the same mistakes. Does that make sense? It's nothing, you know. I just don't want to be part of that fucking chorus who's constantly fucking on Egghead, but I'm not gonna not be critical on him because some people take it too far. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And that just goes to that applies to pretty much anyone. I'm not gonna like not fuck on them for doing something that I disapprove of just because everyone else might be taking it too far. I'm just gonna encourage other people to do it in a more productive way, and to do it in a way that like isn't like completely fucking on someone and making them feel like shit. Because here's the thing, right? My goal is not to make him feel like shit. My goal is just to make him like, I guess my goal is just to make him like come to terms with it and get past it, because it's still something that a lot of people hold against him. And the reason why they do it is because they see that bringing it up triggers him, right? And regardless of what you think, as people, maybe they shouldn't be doing that at all. You know, maybe people should not try and poke at someone when they know that something triggers them. But the thing is that they will. This is the internet. That's the reality that we live in, and it's just something that we all have to deal with. Like, not just me, but every single one of you. We all have to deal with it. You know? I don't know. I get the impression that with how Egghead generally is if someone sent him this video, then he would get the wrong impression about what I'm saying. Like, I'm just trying to, like, contribute to the ongoing circle jerk of, like, people trying to fuck with him, when that's not the case. I'd like to see that end. I would like to see the people fucking with Egghead come to a close. But it's not going to come to a close based on what I say. It's not going to come to a close based on what either of you guys as individuals do. It'll only ever come to a close when he takes the actions that will make it come to a close. You know what I'm talking about? He should not show any fucking distaste when someone makes a joke about it. Because if they do, then that person's just going to make more jokes about it because you're giving them exactly what they want. Anyway, I think I've ranted about Egghead for enough. At least for now, unless you guys have something to say. I'll take a look at the chat. The sad part is, you can give that advice until you're blue in the face. Some people aren't capable of it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is true. That's very true, man. And I feel like he probably is one of those people, if I'm being entirely honest with you. And at that point, why even have this conversation, right? But I feel like, I mean, you guys know what I'm doing here. You know, you guys know what I'm doing. I'm just getting my thoughts out there. These Under the Hoods are just like a way for me to get my ideas and thoughts out to you guys in real time, so that we can bounce back and you guys can give me like your thoughts on those ideas. So I'm not here to like try and start some big campaign like, hey guys, go fuck with Egghead. I'm not even trying to make like some big statement. I'm just giving you guys my take. But it seems like the majority of you guys can agree with what I'm saying. I'm just not pretending like this is going to change anything or change Egghead, because I know it won't. If he ever comes to that conclusion, it will have to be, it's going to have to be heard from someone that he respects more than me. So, we'll see how that goes. Hey, Swagta. Brop. Dude, fuck that onomatopoeia, dude. Fuck that onomatopoeia. Hey, Cool Whip, if you're still in voice chat later, let's talk in #privilege. Oh, damn, you guys are trying to talk in the secret club. I see. You guys are too good for the other users. I got you. No, I'm just fucking around. I might join in voice later if you guys are chilling out there, if you want. I think that would be cool. I think the majority of people who watch these streams do have the privileged role, and if you don't, then I can always just drag you in there if I think that you're cool. And everyone in here I think is pretty chill, so. There's no way nobody has told Egghead this before? Oh yeah, I'm sure he's been told it. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this. So, to the person who asked what Egghead did, like I said, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to explain it all. I don't want to fuck on him more than he's been fucked on in that regard. But if you go and, man, can't believe I'm saying this. If you want to go back and see what happened, you can go watch an old DP episode, 275 and 276, I believe. I think those are the numbers. They explain it there. They explain what Egghead got into trouble for there. Galen really rips the piss out of the guy, honestly. So I've got a question for you guys. I really do. This is a genuine question. So, do you guys, as individuals, I'm going to ask you all individually, do you guys think that Galen took it too far when he did that? Or do you think that it was all justified? Because I've kind of swung back and forth based on my opinion of Egghead. If I thought that was... Because when it first happened, I was completely like, fuck that, dude. Like, Galen was right to do what he did. Then, when I started to get to know Egghead a bit personally, I was like, hey, maybe this was a little bit much. But I still, like, agree with the majority of how it went about. I feel like ultimately, I don't remember who, but someone on that show was trying to rein in Galen and try and, like, be like a middleman. And I think that was ultimately, like, the right way to go about it. Like, I think Galen did grill him a little bit too hard. But I feel like the majority of what happened makes sense. I just feel like, because Galen's Galen, right? He presents himself in a way that only Galen can. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about. He presents things in a way that only Galen can. So that's probably... That's... I think he went a little bit overboard. But for the most part, I agree with how he did it. Went about it, you know? You can't deny that he wasn't prepared. That he didn't do a good job explaining it. You know, you can't deny that. It was Paul? Yeah, of course it was Paul. Of course it was Paul. Yeah, so I agree with Paul on the whole situation, because he clearly didn't approve of anything Egghead did, but he did think that Galen was taking things a bit too far, and I do agree with that. I don't hold anything against Galen for doing it. I understand him being pissed off and, you know, wanting to, you know, just clear the air about everything that's happened, you know, to make sure that no one else falls for that type of scam. Didn't exactly change anything with that audience, honestly. They still fall for scams. But and I'm not talking just about DP. I'm talking about, like, that whole audience of people, like, the YouTubers who they went on to support later down the line, they still get scammed by those types of people, except, you know, people who are a lot more charismatic than Egghead. You guys can imagine what type of YouTubers I'm talking about. I think it's generally the type of people that most people in this chat room wouldn't be a fan of, so I'll just let you guys use your creativity. Oozloo did some messed up stuff to Egghead on that 24-hour show. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that, dude. I remember that. I do remember that, man. Fucking Oozloo, man. Oh my god, yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about now. Dude, I can't believe Oozloo admitted to that on air. I really cannot believe that Oozloo admitted to that on air. That was fucking crazy, man. Oh my god. I remember watching that live, and I was like, what? Really? Like, I wasn't even surprised that he did it, because I know Oozloo decently well. I wasn't even surprised that he did it, man. But I was surprised that he went out and said it on those Drunken Peasants. And you could just see that everyone else on the show was, like, dumbfounded. Like, what? What the fuck did he just say? You can tell it blew some fucking minds, man. It blew my mind, too. Like, I didn't know about that shit. But, like I said, it's not surprising. But no, what Oozloo did to Egghead, I hope we can all agree that was not justified. That should not have happened. That was... No. No. Boogie equals scamhead? Dude, you should have been around here, like, a little bit earlier, because I was just doing an impression of Boogie, and for some reason I started talking like Egghead. Dude, it's almost like they're one and the same. Like, what came first, the Boogie or the Egghead, man? Dude, what did come first? Ryby was the oracle, and Oozloo the architect, and the egg tricks is broken. Okay. Alright. Good on you, man. Good on you for whatever the fuck I just read. Jesus Christ. Egghead lets people do fucked up shit to him because he's sad and has no self-respect. Yeah. As sad as that is, it's true. Mostly these days, right? I feel like there was a time, like, in between, like, when he was on, like, the old school Drunken Peasants, and between when he was on, like, modern DP, like, he was actually, like, he was just being himself. He wasn't really letting people fuck on him like he used to be. He was just chilling out, like, watching the show like everybody else at the time. Well, not everybody else, but a lot of people at the time. And, I mean, he should have just stuck to that. He should have just stuck to being more of, like, you know, on the sidelines kind of guy. Because that's what he's better off doing, just working his job, just consuming his entertainment. You know? I wouldn't be talking about him right now if he wasn't still active, man. Because, like, if someone chooses to exit the internet, I'm not going to give them shit. That's why I don't give Ryby any shit. But I could start fucking on her again for all the fucked up shit that she's done. Simply because she's back now. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And plus, most of the fucked up shit involving Ryby was stuff that the people in her Discord server did. Shit that she's not really necessarily responsible for. But, yeah, she had a terrible Discord server. Like, probably the worst Discord server I've ever seen in my entire life. Was anyone else on that Discord server? Can anyone else attest to the fact that it went to shit? Dude, it's really weird to say that something went to shit when it always was shit, but somehow it got even shittier, right? So. Low confidence, low energy, oval head, sad. Alright, swag. Dude, this really did just turn into the Egghead show, didn't it? Like, this is the Egghead show. This is the fucking Egghead show, man. Just fucking on Egghead, that's the Egghead show. Dude, what if we just start, like, a new Egghead show, where it's just, like, making fun of Egghead? You know? That'd be epic. That'd be epic, dude. Oh, man. Damn. You have no idea what I'm talking about? You have no idea what I'm talking about? Wait, you didn't know that Ryby had a Discord server? I guess a lot of people didn't know about it, but it was pretty, like, well known. I think generally in the DP community, a lot of people knew about it. Ben talked more in that server than he did in the DP server. Which, I don't know, says a lot, but... While it was around, anyway. Because eventually, once she left the internet, she gave it to, like, some really autistic people. Which is to say, like, everyone in her server. So whoever it was going to go to an autistic person. But, yeah, then they did a lot of fucked up shit in there. As far as that's what I was told. That's what I was told by people whose opinions I no longer trust. So maybe it's completely full of shit. But I feel like that would be a very odd thing to lie about. So I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that Discord server, a lot of fucked up shit ended up happening to it. And now I don't even think that it exists anymore. But yeah, like, I don't blame her for that. I mean, it is kind of like, you know, it is kind of negligence. You know, I suppose to some extent, like, it was her responsibility to find someone decent and not a complete cunt to, like, take over the server. But, I mean, I can't fuck on someone too hard for doing that, because, you know, you can only guess so much of what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You have no idea what happened in her server? You're in her server? I was told by someone that there was a lot of illegal activity going on in that server. But maybe they're wrong. Maybe they were wrong. Maybe they completely lied to me. It wouldn't be the first time. But I kind of have, you know, this is the person who told me that seemed to like Ryby, so seems like that would be very unlikely that they would lie about that. Who do I no longer trust? A lot of people. A lot of people, honestly. Not anyone in this chat right now. I don't distrust any of you motherfuckers. You're all pretty damn chill people. You're all nice people. You're all pretty damn cool. So, when the mods started banning people, that's not what I was told happened in there. But I'm sure that probably did happen too. Like, I'm not even gonna... But, I'm not trying to cast any aspersions here. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just saying this based on what someone else told me. And like I said, I don't fault her on any level for the fucked up shit that happened, potentially, in her server after she left. So I'm not trying to fuck with anyone. That's just what I was told was happened. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. You guys shouldn't take my word verbatim on that one. Because I really don't know. What are my thoughts on the downfall of Monkey Jones? Did he have another one? I mean, Mumkey Jones, sorry. Did he have another one? I seem to recall that he left that whole toxic relationship that he was in. Maybe that's not the best way to phrase it, but it was definitely toxic for his career. So I'm pretty sure that he left that whole relationship and moved on to something else. When I saw him make that video where he broke up with that chick, a lot of people seemed to come out in support of him and be like, hey, good on you for coming to your senses. I hope that things work out for you. That's what it seemed like to me, mostly positivity. Unless he stopped making content after that, because I haven't heard of anything out of him since. Or maybe he's had another meltdown? I don't know. You guys should let me know. Oh, that one? So it was that one? Yeah, I mean... it's kind of a complicated issue. Like, clearly he shouldn't have done what he did. It was stupid of him to do what he did. But, like, I can't fuck on the guy too hard because he came to his senses about it, you know? He didn't stick to his guns or anything. Like, when he was told that he was wrong, then he agreed that he was wrong, and he fucking made the fixes to his life that needed to happen. So, what do I feel about the downfall of Monkey Jones? I feel like it could have gone a lot worse, honestly. Like I said, I don't agree with his decision-making for the longest time involving that issue, but he came to his senses eventually. So I don't really see a need to keep fucking on him. I hope that if he does decide to keep doing content, that he can find some stability and, eke out a decent existence, because he's an entertaining guy. And he has potential. So, that's my opinion. That is my take. Don't trust anyone? Yeah, I don't really trust many people, honestly. Like, I do. I don't really take anyone on their word, but I do have trust in people. You know, it's hard for me to explain. Like, I don't even know how to really put it. Like, I try to have some faith in people, but I don't ever, like, assume that everything, you know what I mean? There's nobody who's like, oh yeah, this person, I'll just take their word on something. Does that make sense? But I am inclined to try and believe people on what they say. But I don't ever do it verbatim. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. That doesn't make sense? Alright. Well, maybe it doesn't make sense to you, but... Maybe it doesn't make sense to you, but to me, at least, it makes sense in my fucking mutilated, diseased mind, so... Be polite, be professional, and be prepared to ban anyone you meet. Oh, man. I try not to ban people unless I absolutely have to. Like, honestly, I try not to do that shit because it's, it doesn't look good. It's not good for, like, I don't think it's good for your mental health, generally. There's a point, right, where banning someone is good for your mental health, because you don't want to have to deal with that type of shit over and over again. But, so I feel like there's a happy medium. Like, you need to be able to deal with people up until a point, and it's just about knowing where your point, where you can take no more is. And at that point, then it's good to, it's perfectly fine to get rid of them. Especially when it's something like simple like a Discord server. Like, no one needs to be in a Discord server. No one needs to, like, socialize in a Discord server. There's a million other fucking Discord servers out there. You know what I mean? So, people can just find another one that appeals to them. What I said, not the ass fucking. Wait, we're talking about ass fucking? Holy shit, where? Were they prominent YouTube figures? No, they weren't. No, I'm not talking shit on any YouTubers. I would just come out and say it if they were public figures, man. Jay, were you in that server? I think that's what you're saying here. The only reason, the okay, my reason. I'm gonna assume you meant the only reason. The only reason, they didn't kick me sooner is because I kept my mouth shut and just watched the dumpster fire. I was one of the last to be kicked from it when her mods took over and started purging people. Oh, can you tell me what actually happened there, Jay? Like, is that it? Is that really it? Because if so, then okay, then now I know that nothing actually really fucked, like, I mean, that's dumb, but, like, it's not really fucked up, you know what I mean? So, I hope so, because it would be good to know that what I was told was actually false, because I don't want to, like, believe the worst about people, you know? And, like, banning a bunch of people from a Discord server, like, maybe that's a little bit shitty, and maybe that's fucked up to some extent, but, like, whatever. It means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's not actually, like, a huge deal. It's a stupid thing to do. Like, you know, in the case that people aren't actually doing anything wrong, kicking them in mass is a really ridiculous thing to do. But it's not like you're redeemable if you do that. You know what I mean? That's why I thought banning is like cyber killing. You should only do it when it's necessary. Maybe there probably is some truth in that, sir, but I don't know if I want to touch that one. You know, I don't know if I want to go there, man. I feel like, you know, damn, I might get crucified if I say something like that. But no, I agree with you on the at least on the point that, you know, you should only ban someone if it's necessary. You know, you should only ban someone if you think it's necessary. Ever thought about going on EFAP with Mahler and Rags? Yeah, I would go on. I think I believe I have Rags on Skype. From when I arranged for those EFAP guys to go on DP. So yeah, I'd go on EFAP. I could probably try and contact Rags eventually and see if he'd be interested in coming on Underhaven. And if that happened, I'm sure eventually I'd get an invite on EFAP. I don't know if they want some nobody like me right now, but, you know, I would go on there. The only problem is, like, they generally do, like, 8-hour shows. And I can only be entertaining for, like, 2 hours at most, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't be entertaining for that long. But sure, if I got invited, like, I just kind of fucking suck it up. And I would go. Because those guys do an entertaining show, they're fun. And I would love to be a part of that, you know? Even if I do have to maybe chill out for like 6 or 8 hours, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I would just stock up on a bunch of booze, a bunch of weed, you know? Just get prepared for a nice chill time. So yeah, I'd go on EFAP anytime. You find Rags annoying? Why so? Every day they would choose what group of people was getting killed. Really? I hate when people do that. Really fucking hate when people do that. I hate when people treat a community online or in a video game like they're some huge fucking badass and like they have control over people's fate just because they run a shitty little Discord server. It's like, I'm proud of my Discord community, but I would never, like, act like I'm some fucking, you know, like I'm some messiah because, you know, I run the Underhaven server. Oh man, you guys gotta bow down to me. You miss Dishonored Wolf? Whatever happened to him? What happened to Wolf, man? I know that he got in, like, some drama. Like, I saw that video that he made on his main channel, right? I think, like, one of the people in my Discord server, Chica, she's actually quite familiar. She knows Wolf, and she's actually quite familiar with what happened. But like, I thought he was still doing EFAP. He went on the Drunken Peasants when the other guys went on there. I was surprised to see him on there. I was like, wait, you're the same fucking Dishonored Wolf as the other guy, aren't you? It's like, oh, hot damn. I mean, he's you know, I don't have much of an opinion on him, but he seems like a pretty decent guy, you know? I've enjoyed some of his videos before. I don't have any issue with him at all. I feel like, based on what I saw from the situation that he dealt with, that he was the one who got fucked over. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I feel like he was the one who really got fucked with hardcore. But maybe I'm wrong. Like, you know, you can never fully base... I never fully base my assumptions on one person's side of the issue. But when someone else doesn't put out their side of the issue, it's kind of hard to, like, you know... kind of hard to have any opinion at all, you know? I don't know. He deleted his channel and he left the internet? Oh, wow. Probably a good idea for some people, honestly. Like, for certain types of people, or for certain types of people that have dealt with certain types of shit, that probably is the best solution. Hey guys, I'm the owner of Big Titty Anime Girls on Facebook. Don't fuck with me. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, man. Are any of you guys familiar with that guy, Asmongold? Because this is a very good example of shit like that. He has a World of Warcraft guild on World of Warcraft Classic. And there's, like, literally a mafia going on in which members of his guild, like, no-lifes, basically, they try and, like, corner the virtual in-game market on certain items. And they act like they're such badasses doing it. They use phrases like, oh, man, I love to enforce my will on this zone in the game. And they use, you know, like, oh, man, I'm making so much money. Like, I just like to make money, man. I just like to make money in this virtual fucking game where currency literally means nothing. It's like, really? You know how pathetic you are when you do that? Trying to corner a monopoly and start a mafia, because that's how it's run. Trying to do that shit in a fucking video game? Are you dense? Are you fucking dense, man? Like, really? That's kind of real. Not just kind of pathetic. It's really pathetic. These people, some of them spend 18 hours plus a day in the same zone, in the same game, doing the same fucking shit. And they think it makes them look like badasses? Like, think about that for a second. Think about that. How can you think that you're some fucking Chad if you spend 18 hours a day in a fucking game? I'm not fucking on people who play video games. Even for long hours in the day. I will respect you a million times more if you're just, you know, chilling out and playing games because you like doing that. But if you're trying to, like, start an in-game monopoly and a fucking, calling it a mafia, you're a pathetic loser who's never going to accomplish anything in real life. And you know it. Fucking sad. Pathetic, honestly. That's one of the very few things that I would call fucking pathetic. Someone who gets that engrossed in a video game that they feel they need to treat themselves like they're fucking gods. Just because they do a no-life thing that no one else wants to spend the time doing. Yeah, you're such a Chad, man. Yeah, because you spend 18 hours a day playing this game and other people spend 2 to 3. You're such a Chad, man. Yeah. What's all that gold gonna do for you when you're fucking dead and buried, man? You gonna be able to give that out to your kids? You're gonna be like, well, you know, I don't have anything else to my name, but I made a lot of gold in World of Warcraft, Sonny, so I'll give you my 20,000 gold, and just, you know, you can find a way to make it work, right? Just play World of Warcraft all day, like I did. That'll sustain your existence. Fuck. Fuck. Just fuck. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck. Yeah, dude, I'm calling out gamers, dude. I'm calling out fucking gamers, dude. Oh, man, I fucking hate that word. I fucking hate the word gamer, dude. I can't stand that fucking word, honestly. This is the WoW episode of South Park. Yeah, basically, I'm gonna post. We might watch it on. I might like clip it up and we can watch it on Underhaven sometime, because I'd love to show Swig to you guys. But I will grab the video and I'll put it in the Underhaven Discord when I get home, and you guys can check that out if you want to. It's the most pathetic drama that you'll ever see in your entire life. If you thought the drama that went on in like this whole sphere of people was bad, then just get ready. Imagine spurging out and like calling people dishonorable over some fucking gold. Hello 911, I'd like to report a gamer moment. Yeah, dude. Man, that really is a gamer moment. Like, that's the most gamer moment that you could possibly fucking have. Oh, God, I hate that word. Gamer. Oh, God, I hate that word so much. Fuck that word, dude. Fuck the word gamer. Like, honestly, fuck that word. Fuck the word gamer. Fuck the word gamer. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Oh. Fuck. Fuck gamers. Oh, God. Guys, if you like video games, please don't identify as a gamer. I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. Just, I would recommend not doing it, because there's so much bad connotations relating to that word that it's not worth associating with. Yeah, I like Asmongold. I disagree with him on quite a few things, but I think he's a really entertaining guy, and overall, like, he's net pretty damn cool. Like, he's a pretty damn cool guy. I'm glad that such a chill and relaxed dude, overall, is one of the highest viewed people on Twitch, because he deserves it, you know? We gotta take the word gamers back. Dude, I never wanted it, though. I never wanted it. I always thought it, not even because let's take the connotations aside, right? I never wanted it, because, like, it sounds cringe. Like, to me anyway, it just sounds really cringe, man. Like, if I want to say that I like video games, I'll say I play games, or I'll even say I'm into gaming, because I feel like gaming is a lot, it has some negative connotations, but it's not like gamer. You know what I mean? Yeah, what up, my gamer? Oh my God, no, you can't. No, that's our word. That's our word on this thread. You can't say that. That's the gamer word, man. It's like the N word, but for gamers. Yeah, man, you're right. Oh my God. You guys are. That's like too accurate. That's like too accurate, man. We should make it so. We should make it so it is like the N word for gamers, because it is offensive to me anyway. If someone called me a gamer, I'd be like, go fuck yourself. I'm not a fucking gamer. Alright, I'm gonna go like 10 more minutes of this. And there's a very specific reason why. Normally I'd wrap it up right around here, because it's pretty fucking dark outside, but I'm gonna go an extra 10 minutes. Solely because of the reason that I want this to go to an hour, and I want this to be like a better Egghead hour than Egghead's Egghead hours. You know what I'm talking about? I want this to be like the definitive Egghead hour, you know? Gamers are people who dedicate their lives to video games and are all about gaming. I am not a gamer. I suppose that definition could be accurate, but like a lot of people use it just for people who play video games, right? But yeah, the fact that some people, like you, Jay, have that perception of the word gamer is part of the reason why I don't use the term gamer. Because like I don't want that connotation with me. I'm not someone who sits around and plays video games all day. Every once in a while, I'll zone out and play a game all day if I feel like it. But most of the time, no. If I play a game, I don't even play games every day. But if I do, it's usually like for a couple hours. Then I'll take a break, do something productive, and then maybe I'll come back to it later. But I don't play it like non-stop. I don't dedicate my entire life to it, which is why you can say gamer, not gamer. Do I say that? Is that my, like, New Englander coming out? Like, do I not say gamer? Do I say gamer? Do I do that? Do I, like, say it like gamma? Like, you know, like the gamma rays that turned fucking Bruce Banner into a fucking Hulkster? The word gamer is like the word liberal. There's a variety of people and schools of thought within the labels. But the worst of them are what comes to people's minds when you say them. Yes, very true. Very true. Very big true. Big fucking true, dude. Big fucking true. Big true, Alan. That's true, man. Good on you. That's good job. That's all I'll fucking say. That's kind of why I reject almost every single label. Like, you guys have heard me rant about this for probably a million times at this point, but I am extremely careful in the labels that I put on myself. Especially when it comes to politics. You know? Gamer's a good example, like, outside of politics. You know what I'm talking about? Like, gamer's like a pretty good example, like, when it comes to outside of politics where that's true. But that's why I'm so hesitant to put any label on myself, because immediately people are going to associate it with the worst aspects of that label if they themselves do not identify with that label. If they do identify with that label, they will likely see the best aspects in it, right? I think that makes sense. That's pretty much what you've said, and I do believe that it applies to political philosophy as well. Political labels serve no purpose. I always get told by people when I ask, like, what's the point of a political label? And maybe one of you guys, I'm sure someone in the chat will disagree, and that's okay. Give me your take if you disagree, and I'll try to give my take back to you. But here's what I'm saying. The reason why I don't identify with all those fucking political labels is because I don't want my opinion to be straw-manned immediately. I don't want people to assume that I feel a certain way. I don't want people to tell me how I think. I hate that shit. And the only reason that anyone ever gives me for the purpose of political labels is this. Oh, well, it makes it easier up front for people to understand, like, roughly the ideas that you have in mind. Like, I give a shit about that. What, you think I want to get straw-manned? If I don't think that a label represents what I believe to the fucking T, or represents who I am to the fucking T, which is almost none, and no political labels, honestly, then I'm not going to use it. Why would I? I can take every single situation on an individual level. I can take it all on an individual level. And I don't want to, like, have it all wrapped up like, oh, I think this way on this issue, so I have to think this way on this issue. It's like, no, I think this way on this issue, and I think this way on this issue because that's how I fucking think. I'm not going to think a certain way because I'm told to think a certain way just to fit into a fucking political mold. That's a huge problem wrong with our culture right now, is that we're too fucking focused on labels than individual issues. Put fucking ideas over ideology. You guys can see that on my Patreon, you guys can see that on my Twitter, you guys can see that everywhere. I put that shit everywhere. That's one thing I fucking live by. Put ideas over ideology. Take things individually. Don't fall into a dogmatic way of thinking where you have to be like, well, I'm a liberal, so I have to think this way. I'm a libertarian, so I have to think this way. I'm a left-wing libertarian, so I have to think this way. Because there's going to be people out there who have that label who think things completely contrary to what you think. And you shouldn't have to associate with those fuckbutts and get strawmanned by people of different political persuasions just because you have a political idea that people don't like the sound of. I'm a unique snowflake. If you want to call it that, then sure. Here's how I look at it. I think I take every situation on its own. I look at everything without the political biases of everything else I have. My opinions on universal health care and just taking a random example off my head, like abortion, like those shouldn't have anything to do with each other. I should not feel a certain way about like abortion just because I feel a certain way about universal health care. And by the way, I do support both. I just want to make that clear. But those are just an example, like, right? Like, I shouldn't have to feel a certain way just because most liberals feel that way. And I'm not going to call myself a liberal because people are just going to assume that I feel that way. Anyway, that's what people have been doing on Twitter lately. If you guys look at my most recent tweet, in which I take a shit on Hillary Clinton for the shit that she said about Tulsi Gabbard, you can see that not only did a Hillary supporter call me a fucking troll, but a Trump supporter called me a troll too. And not only that, the Hillary supporter called me a right-wing troll. I mean, a Russian troll. And you know the thing I love doing the most is that when someone tries to assign a label to me, or tries to, assign pretty much anything to me, and I just completely fucking do the contrary of what they believe. So that person who called me a Russian troll, right? I then proceeded to tweet at them that I can't stand fucking Vladimir Putin. I hate the Russian, I hate the Russian Federation. I hate their imperialistic agenda. And then all they said was, well, maybe you're not Russian after saying that, but, your money probably originates from rubles, so. It's like, how about you get through your thick fucking skull that people can think how they want just because they want to think how they want. Just because I don't fit into any of the fucking traditional political archetypes that you like to associate with, because you think it would be easy to classify me as a liberal or a conservative or whatever the fuck you want to classify me as. Just because you think it would be easier doesn't mean that I feel that way. And I'm not gonna give in to those people. I'm not gonna take a political label, because I don't give a shit about that type of shit. I care about the actual issues. I do not care about political tribalism. That shit is what's gonna ruin our fucking country. It's gonna bring our entire fucking humanity, our entire fucking species to a fucking end if we let it continue. We need to work towards our future. We need to stop focusing on how different we are. We need to start focusing on how we aren't all as different as we like to expect that we are. And we need to actually fucking work together for the fucking issues that are immediately facing us. We need to be working on getting better lives for each other, not trying to ruin other people's lives. That's the culture that we live in right now. It's ridiculous. Ideas over ideology. That's right. Always. Words to live by. Ay. That was a good one. I like getting heated, I wouldn't really describe it as heated, but I like getting passionate, Yeah, Swegta's right. Like, you guys can say what you want about Yang, I know that, plenty of people in this chat room probably prefer Bernie. And that's okay. I like Bernie too. I like the guy. He's cool. I would be happy to have him as president. But part of what I like about Yang so much is that he even says in his fucking slogan, his fucking campaign slogan, that he doesn't care about left wing, right wing. He doesn't give a shit about that. He wants to move forward. He wants to move our country forward. And even if you don't believe that he's about that, or you don't agree with his policies, that's the sentiment I can agree with. And I don't really see anyone else saying that shit. Even Bernie, who I really like, he really tries hard to appeal to like his voting base, which I can't blame him for. But the difference is, and here's one of the reasons why I like Yang so much, and I've explained this to Swegta multiple times before. I like him because he's getting these left-wing ideas into the minds of people who normally wouldn't even give that shit a fucking chance. He's getting some people to think about left-wing ideas who wouldn't hear it from anyone else. You know what I'm talking about? That's one thing I like about Yang. You can say what you want about his policies, but that is a good fucking sentiment to stand behind, in my opinion. You're not about Yang? I understand a lot of people don't like him. For whatever reason. That's fine. You don't have to like him. But I do stand with that, with his sentiment that we need to be focusing less on the division in this country. And we need to be working together more. Because, and that's the hard reality that people really don't want to hear, right? Is that we're never going to get anything accomplished if we don't try to work together. Because everyone's too afraid, because they feel like in order for them to work with other people that they don't always agree with, that they need to compromise their morals, or they need to compromise their ideas, when that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Everybody would be more open to other people's ideas if we all put that shit behind us. And that would mean a lot more progressive policies going through, if I'm being entirely honest with you. That would mean a lot more conversations instead of just people jerking each other off and pretending that they're right. Because progress is never going to happen unless we have the conversation about it. And if we get people who don't already want that progress to start thinking about that progress. That's my opinion. I don't care who I want, but I want a motorboat Tulsi Gabbard. Oh, man. You and every other Tulsi Gabbard supporter, man. I like her. I'm not fucking on her. I like her. But you and every other Tulsi Gabbard supporter want to do that, man. Damn. Not because I think she's sexy, but I love the idea of fucking a person of authority who would have probably subjugated me when I was in the army. God damn. Jesus Christ. Dude, that's pretty hot. I'll give you that much, man. Good on you, Alan. Yeah, you have an interesting sex life, my dude. Dude, now I want... You should fuck Tulsi Gabbard, man. If I was, like, the god of this world, and I could do, like, one stupid petty, like, favor for you, I'd let you fuck Tulsi Gabbard, man. You deserve it. Anyway. I think that's enough for me today. I got over an hour, so it's a better egghead hour than Egghead's egghead hour, so that's good enough, right? Well, thank you guys very much for chilling out with me. You know, I always appreciate that shit. You know, I think you guys are fucking awesome. You know, I think you guys are good people. Also, stay tuned, because I haven't even told my friend this yet. My friend from high school who started watching these. But if he's watching these right now, then I hope he's listening. But dude, I would love to hang out with you sometime and do like one of these. Like, I don't know, maybe go to a bar or like pick up some food or something and just chill out. Do one of these. You can come on here with me. We can chat. We can bounce off each other. I think that'd be a unique like idea for Under the Hood. So yeah, man. And thank you all. Thank you all for chilling out and watching this with me. I really do appreciate every single one of you. You're all awesome. Thank you. Have a good night. And I'll be in the Discord if you want to chat. I'll probably do another one of these tomorrow. All right, guys. You have a good night. Sleep well if you do. And smoke a lot of weed if you do that too. All right, guys. See ya.